everyone! Welcome back to the channel. So I've just spent 10 days in Portugal, mostly in Cascais, and I have a lot to share. So this isn't a travel guide, it's more of a reflection about lifestyle, food, culture, and a comparison with South Korea. I've been thinking a lot about the differences, and honestly, some of them really hit hard. So let's talk. First off, the food. I've been eating some of the freshest, healthiest meals here. Fresh vegetables, ripe fruits, grilled fish, olive oil. All simple, but so satisfying. And the best part, it doesn't break the bank. So in Korea, it's the opposite. Healthy food is expensive. Fruits are expensive. We rely a lot on processed meals packed with carbs and sodium. Even salads feel like an upscale option sometimes. But here in Portugal, I can walk into a small local grocery store or market, grab some oranges, avocado, tomatoes, and they actually taste like what they're supposed to. Affordable, fresh, and accessible. So I took daily walks along the coast, sometimes just sat by the water doing nothing, no phone, no pressure, just peace. And honestly, that alone felt like therapy. So Portugal has this easygoing rhythm to life, which means people don't rush. They greet each other with smiles. They take time to eat, to talk, to enjoy the moment. Maybe it's just me, but every time I come to Southern Europe, whether it's Portugal, Spain, or Italy, I feel happier. I remember when I was studying in Liverpool, amazing city full of art and music. I loved it, but winters were dark and long. So whenever I had a chance, I'd hop down to Italy. Just hearing the language, tasting the food, it just made me feel human. And I get that same feeling here in Portugal now. Light, open, and free. Now I need to talk about something heavier. Korea is my home. I love my country, but I also know the cost of our success. So the pressure starts young. Have you heard of something called 사세고시? It literally means exam prep at age 4. And I'm not exaggerating. Some kindergartens in Korea are more intense than university prep courses. English kindergartens, you need to pass an interview and an exam just to get in at 4 years old. Kids have homework, private tutoring after school, constant pressure. Play is not a priority. And the result, South Korea has one of the highest suicide rates among developed countries and, tragically, one of the highest teenage suicide rates in the world. Just a few days ago, 3 high school girls took their own lives together. They left a note saying life was too stressful. This made the news, but honestly, it didn't shock people as much as it should have because this is happening too often. I grew up in Jamshid, a pretty competitive area. I remember classmates from middle school and high school who are no longer here. Well, we don't talk about it much, but it's there, always. And I felt it myself, that pressure, that darkness. I came close to giving up too. But in Portugal, I see people singing on the streets, dancing, laughing. Well, they don't seem to care as much about being the best or being perfect. They care about living. Why can't we have more of that? I'm not saying Portugal is perfect. No country is. There are issues here too, but what I felt here was joy, a kind of basic human joy we often forget to feel. I think Korea, and honestly a lot of East Asia, could learn from this mindset. Success doesn't mean much if you're too stressed to enjoy it. You don't have to be good enough to deserve rest, love, or happiness. Life is already hard. Let's not make it harder. If you're watching this and feeling overwhelmed, I just want you to know you're not alone. Take a breath, step outside, maybe turn off your phone and go for a walk. And if you've ever been to Portugal or felt this same contrast between cultures, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!